a Tartan 34, built in 1985. It is primarily outfitted as a cruising boat. We have the anchor windlass on the bow with about 60 feet of chain. We have a furling head sail, which makes it really easy to sail even with one sail. And we have the forward hatch cover with a cover on it, so when you're sleeping in the V-berth, you don't have to worry about any lights shining in on you. So then we go around. I have the spinnaker pole off just so we have more room to walk around when we're cruising, but it's fully equipped for spinnaker sailing too. And that mast is approximately, what is it? I think it's about 52 feet high. Relatively new canvas on it for the sail cover. Folding sail itself when you're lowering the main. We have a nice canopy there, keeps you out of the rain if you happen to have rain or sun. Here's the mid-cockpit hatch cover. So the boat ends up being very airy when you have hot weather, but it stays cool down below. Great stuff. Fit with a boom vang and preventers. All the right sliding halyards. Self-tailing winches. The boat is equipped with a automatic pilot, so you don't have to be on the helm 100% of the time. You need to be in the cockpit though. And here we have a little crane to lift your motor on for your dinghy, and a life sling on the back in case somebody chooses to jump overboard. Adjustable back stay. Nice comfy cushions in the cockpit. So let's go on the boat now. Main sheet crabber is in the back here, so you're not stepping over it all the time. You do have to step back to get to the helm, but it works pretty convenient. We have at other times had motors attached to the back. See the little white square? The ladder lowers down to get into your dinghy when you have a dinghy. And you can also have a barbecue attached to the railing here on the right-hand side. So you can cook your salmon or boil your crab, fresh Dungeness crab, or any other goodies. I have another little private thing I put on the boat, and it's just simple, but it is really useful. And when you're helming the boat and you need all sorts of things to put in here, including sunscreen or the key to the boat and spare lines, it's all right here at a moment's grab. We have a diesel universal motor in it. If I remember, it's about 45 horsepower. Oh, yes. And the navigation instruments. Water depth, boat speed, wind anemometer, direction and speed. Down here is the controls for starting the engine and watching the engine temperature, and there's probably something else, a glow plug, because it's a diesel. That is the Autopilot, which is really a nice feature. Makes it a lot easier when you're going on long distance crossings, like crossing the Straits of Juan de Fuca, Straits of Georgia. Boom and sail cover. Again, we're just going forward on the top of the boat. As you can see, all the lines are led aft to the cockpit. Makes it easier to manage. anchor windlass, makes it a lot easier to lift the anchor. 60 feet of chain on this anchor, and probably about 200 feet of line following it. We have this right down here on the deck is an opening for a second anchor. Having a second anchor is good, because if you have a real stormy night, then you can use two anchors. Set out in a Y system. I've had to do that when we have an anchorage with 25 or 35 knot winds, so you're not likely to drag anchor. The main, which you don't see, is all underneath the blue canvas. It has two different furling points for mild weather, mild wind, and really heavy wind will take it all the way down to the second reefing points. Yeah. Okay, well, we just went down the stairs inside, and underneath you can just see a little bit. We have charts, paper charts. It's always good to have paper charts, even though we have our Garmin. And I like the Garmins, but the paper charts help back us up. We have in the galley, we have a sink for salt water and fresh water. We have a deep galley. Usually when we go for a week or 3 weeks, we'll end up getting 2 blocks of ice put down in the bottom, and then there's a tray there, and that's where we put our kitchen things, and then we usually have 1 bag of ice in there. Lasts a long time. Obviously you see the stove and the oven. We have some things here, and we have silverware, and once you see things that a drawer sort of invisible, it pops. Nighttime lights, speakers for good music, more kitchen things, and coffee or tea. Gotta have that stuff. We have a little library here in the center. And then there's more storage behind the left slider. We have good lighting in here for reading at night. This table comes down, and it's good for 4 or 6 people. And that's how it works. Whoops. And it's sitting already. Sorry, I gotta let it down. I gotta reach back here and let it down. Put it back. Okay. Nifty lantern for ambiance, and actually functional light too. On the left interior we have a small liquor cabinet and more liquor or storage. Pretty empty right now, but we can fill it up quickly. There's lights in here for nice ambiance. More reading lights. Now we're going to go into the head section, where we have not only the head, but we have a foul weather locker with those doors that open, and bathroom stuff behind the mirror. And there'll be a hot weather locker right behind you. And here it comes around. Pretty empty, but we do still have some water down there, because you always need that water. A small little dresser cabinets, shoe cabinet. If you want to shower inside, you can. We never have. We use the sun shower outside or the marina showers. And now we're going into the V-berth. That's good for 2 people to have feet fights and sleeping through the night. And if you want more light in there, you just have to bump the hatch cover up. So that's good sleeping for 2. Back here, when we did come in, this comes out as far as here, and so that's plenty of room for 1 person. What I would do is I take this thing off and put it across the way. By the way, there's a ridge here, so you see how much room you have actually when this slides out another foot. Another sleeping location is the quarter berth back here. So that's good for 1 person or 2 very friendly people. We have a chart table right here. As an example, here's 1 tool chest, another dungeon of tool chests and winch handles and bigger equipment. This locker goes up and there's vast quantities of storage there for bigger things. Excuse me. Voila, look at that. Stuff, more tools, and batteries are down there, the one next to it. Even in the summer, which that's when we're filming right now, we have a heater in here to keep mildew dried up. And during the winter, we have 2 of these things that keep it nice and cozy down below, just as it's sitting in the water. And we're not doing much sailing at that time, but it's still good to have the boat with heat running in it, electrical. Sump pumps, automatic, manual, main electrical. We have our autopilot. We have our navigation instruments and other lights that we need from time to time. And we have a handy tide table today.